Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be looking at all the new soul interactions that were added with this new update. There's currently 3 soul interactions. One with Benimaru, which is the first one that we're going to look at, Giorno, and then Dante. So, we're going to first look at Benimaru. This is probably going to be a short video because I don't think these interactions are too specific or complicated, I should say. Sorry. So for Benimaru, the Soul of Destruction. If Soul of Destruction is equipped, King of Destruction's stacks gained are increased by 300%. So basically what that is when you use this ability, you gain King of Destruction, and that basically increases these stacks here. And these stacks help with this ability, destruction. Upon activation, deal damage stat times destruction meter. For every 50 destruction meter used, apply a random dot. So you can basically just have a insane nuke. I believe it's insane. So after doing the math, this is about 100 trillion damage, not including this dot. If these dots apply damage based off of this ability damage, then this is like one of, if not the strongest in the game, probably just behind Death's Sun. So it'll just help you get that way faster. And honestly, it's still pretty slow, I can't lie. I think it'll be way faster when there's more, because it's based off of how many dot gets finished. So because I'm killing them so quick, it's just not finishing like as many dots. But if there's like 80 units right here and they all got that finished, it would probably give me like 1,000. So yeah. So again, like I said, these probably aren't going to be too complicated unless this is just an outlier. But yeah, let's go on to the next one. I just want to add one more thing. I was just messing around here because I just wanted to see how much damage it would do. I used it with like 1,000 stacks. It did like over 4 trillion damage. But something I realized is when you use it, I expected it to use up the destruction stacks, but you keep all your stacks when you use it, and it's a 600-second cooldown. So this could actually be way better than I thought it was. So it actually has a decent cooldown. Very interesting. All right, let's actually go into the next now. All right, guys, so we're back onto our next unit soul combo. Also, I think I forgot to mention Benimaru's soul was the Soul of Destruction. I don't know if I mentioned that or not, but Soul of Destruction. So for Giorno, it's the Soul of Requiem. He gains this Requiem stack, which has a passive tied to it, and this new ability, 0. Upon activation, save the game state and start a 30-second timer. When the timer ends, abilities used during this window will have their cooldowns reset. Destroyed bases / lost stocks are restored. Enemies walk back to their previous positions. So we're going to test that in a second. We're about to hit 200 stacks as well. This is Requiem. Upon a boss entering this unit's range, trigger a time stop for 30 seconds, 100-second cooldown per boss. Gain 1 Requiem stack for each second. Sorry, I'm speeding through this because I want to do it before we get max stacks. Gain 1 Requiem stack for each second the boss remains on time stop in range. At 200 stacks, reset stacks and enter Requiem mode. Okay, Requiem mode. We're in Requiem mode. What do we get? Upon entering Requiem mode, teleport all enemies in range to the farthest point in range from the base. Spawn a scorpion summon every 5 seconds that deal 10x damage. Giorno gains hemorrhage plus 100% plus 100% damage and minus 50% SPA. Allies in range gain plus 50% dot damage and plus 100% crit damage and plus 40% crit chance. Okay, and we get that for 100 seconds. I don't know how good that is, but one thing I do want to try is I'm gonna bring this guy up here. I'm gonna bring him over here. I'm lagging. I'm lagging. Why do I gotta lag right now? Bro, are we serious? We're so serious. Okay, destruction. Use this. Oh wait, I didn't want to use that. Dang it. Hold on. Hold on. Speed run. Do this. And then I want to try this. 0. Use this. And then I want to see if when this ends, okay, that ends, does this get reset? Yes. Does it stack? No. Okay. Well, that's the only thing. That's the one thing I wanted to try. I wanted to try to see if you could stack this and get a 300% damage on him. See, that does a lot of damage. Look at that. I only had like 500 stacks there. So yeah, I think that's actually a pretty good thing for infinite mode. It's too bad that infinite mode kind of sucks in most cases in this game. Though I do think it is pretty cool. So we're gonna go on to the next soul, which will be for Dante. All right, we're gonna show off the last soul unit combo. So the only thing with this unit is he does have special interaction with Virgil. I don't have Virgil though, but the interaction only affects Virgil himself, so it doesn't actually affect Dante in any way. So I'll explain it when we're talking about it. So the interaction is with the soul of Jackpot. He gets this passive here called marks, or it's called Jackpot. And it says marks the ally with the lowest SPA in range. Both Dante and the marked ally have a 10% chance to follow up each other's attacks. If Virgil Lightning Devil is marked, gains combo meter and combo rank passive. So basically, if Virgil is placed in range and is marked by this passive, he gains these two passives right here, combo meter and combo rank passive. So I don't really know how good Virgil is, so I don't know how good that is on him. I mean, this is just a good passive in general because it's just a passive damage gain over time. So they have a 10% to follow up each other's attacks. So Dante, so here I have what's his name? Benimaru. So every time Dante attacks, Benimaru has a chance to do an additional attack after he attacks, but also every time Benimaru attacks, Dante has a 10% chance to follow up his attack. So basically doubles the chance of a follow-up attack because it's on both units, which is actually pretty cool, in my opinion. Then you could also do this and get Rupture. I didn't even know they gave Rupture, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, it's this, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, like I said at the beginning, they're all pretty simple. Giorno is probably the most time-consuming one to do because it takes a while to actually gain all that Requiem meter. Yeah, I think that was called Requiem meter because they like die so quick. But yeah, that's basically all of the new interaction with the new souls. I think most of them, I think Benimaru's and Dante's are practical, but I don't think Giorno's is very practical right now, unless you're like in an infinite run. Yeah. So that's basically it. Thanks for watching. See ya.